Craft Festival. I've actually lost count on what number we're on at the moment, but there's been quite a few, and welcome. Would also like to welcome the guys, my earworms. We have Jake Thompson and Joey
Hello.
Steelblade. So
Hello,
if you guys
everyone.
want
Hello, everyone.
and I also have Phil with me.
Hey.
My
There
first
he is.
Harry. So if you guys want to introduce yourself, that'd be great.
Go, Joe.
Anybody?
Hello, I'm Joey with Steelblade Woodworks. How y'all doing today? Thank y'all for showing up. And go ahead, Jake.
Yeah, Jake
your
Thompson.
turn.
YouTube channel Jake Thompson. Saturday morning cartoons with Jamie, and we have a good time every week. And I'm glad to be here with Kez and or Phil.
Thank you for coming.
And I've been introduced, but I'm on the or Phil bit from Spirit of Bear. Right,
So,
I'm gonna.
If you want to switch me cameras, Phil, please.
Which
Hey,
one?
so, I'm on bench cam, please.
No,
Okay.
not working.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Got it. Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be showing you a few tips and techniques and tricks that I use with pyrography or wood burning, whichever way you want to call it. So first off, we are going to start here with transferring the design onto the wood. Now, you don't have to be able to draw. You don't have to be an artist. This picture here is literally just printed from the internet. So it's just a flower. I've just found it and thought, well, it was simple enough to put on here. So what we're going to do is just pop this. This is just graphite paper, and we're just going to pop it underneath. And what I've done is I've taped the design down. I tape it down because no matter how much you want to stay still with this piece of paper, it is going to move. So tape it down, top trip, tape it down. Okay, so I'm just going to start here by transferring this design. And if you guys want to just let me know who's in the chat and say hi to everybody.
I'll give that job to Jake, I think.
All right.
He's copying out.
Let me put on my secretary glasses here. I got them going. Here you go. Let me go back a little ways, but not too far. We have Carl Jacobson. Hashtag who is that guy? Ward Wilson, Wayne the Woodturner, Mr. Mint, Robert Dolman, Wayne Bigfooties, and Auntie Val. He wants to arm wrestle me. I don't think you want to do that, buddy. Robert Dolman, some guy named Jake Thompson, Jennifer Crafton Creations. Hello, Jen.
Hello,
Jen
everybody.
Jen Smith, aka Jen's Turns, security guard
Hey,
on
Jen.
the other channel. Wivey Woodshed.
Hi, Andrew.
Let's keep going, as Jamie says. Gamer Dad's in there. AGK, Andrew from AGK is in there. TBC Bushings. And John McDonald just got in. Good afternoon.
Hello. I hope everybody's enjoying the day today.
If I missed you, say something.
And we've got my sister Mandy over on Facebook.
Hey.
Hey, Mouse.
Hello, Sneaks. Sneaks just came in. Sneaks.
Hey, Sneaks.
What's up, Sneaks?
Is he sneaking in?
He did too.
Okay, so all we're doing here is carbon paper goes, or graphite paper goes shiny side down, and just draw. Literally, all you're doing is drawing over the top of the design, just so it transfers nice and easy. There are quite a few ways to transfer a design. This is just my preferred method.
Zach Higgins says he's here too, but he's eating some breakfast while listening.
I don't blame you, mate. I don't blame
you.
There
you go. Anita Ball also. Hello, Anita
hey.
and Zach.
Hi, guys. Now I've just got to remember where I've drawn and where I haven't.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Does the tape come in handy on that one?
Yeah, because you can literally, if you're not quite sure, you just take it off and have a look.
There you go.
And then
Ah.
you put it back, and then you're back to the same position as where you were before with your tape.
Yeah, Benjamin's in.
Hey, Ben.
What's up, Ben?
Kim Thomas is in.
Hi, Kim.
Hello.
And Michael McEwen's just joined us.
Hi, Michael.
14 karat gold, right there. Michael McEwen.
Ah, from earlier, from cartoons. So
Doug Miller says I didn't go back far enough. No, I went back plenty far. I just wanted you to comment again. Thank you, Doug Miller.
Oh.
there we go. So you kind of get the general gist of that. That's not quite transferred just because I haven't drawn all over the top of the design yet. But there's one I did earlier.
Ooh,
There
So-
you go.
that's some sneaky
Okay,
There's
stuff.
that magic there. That is magic.
It is. So I'm going to put that on and let that warm up a minute just while I sort this out. Now, I've got a cold one here a minute. Right now, with these, a lot of people find that these pens are really, really long because when you hold in them, naturally you hold a pen or a pencil down at the tip. Okay, so with these, they sometimes feel a little clunky and awkward. Now, I have found another top tick, whatever you want to call it, is just put in a couple of pieces of wood down on top of your work, and what it does, it just makes your hand rest in a more comfortable position, because when you are burning and you're trying to burn up over the top of the wood, it's kind of awkward. So if you just put, it doesn't have to be wood, it can be anything that you want to rest on. Phil suggested a pillow or something earlier, but knowing me, I'd set fire to it. I'm using a fire tool, so I just use wood. I'm safe with wood, and it just it puts your hand in a more comfortable position for doing burning. Okay, so hopefully this one's
Top tip
warm
right
now.
there.
Yeah, so there we go. So we're starting to warm up now. So what I'm going to do is, this has got a temperature gauge on it, and I'm just going to turn it down to about halfway. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, when you're doing realistic wood burning, what you don't want to do first is burn in all your lines so it looks like a colouring page. Okay, because realistically, we don't look like colouring pages. Okay, so what you do is you shade. So you start in with your darkest part first and shade in. Now, this isn't very dark, but what you do for shading is you layer it. So you go over it, and it takes a long time sometimes, especially when you do really big pieces. Now, I hear a lot of people ask previously, well, why don't you just turn the tool up? If you turn the tool up to its full temperature, what it does is it scorches the wood and it goes into it, rather than pyrography, you burn over the top of it.
So you're just basically coloring the skin of it instead of going
Yeah,
into the
absolutely.
grain.
Yes, you don't go into the grain. If you go into the grain, if you look here, if I go into the grain, I've now got a hole, and that's just scorching. Yeah, you don't. That doesn't look very good, does it?
Mhm.
So if you just burn,
I just want that tool. That's cool.
it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, it does all sorts of different things. It doesn't just wood burn. I specifically use it for wood burning, but Phil uses it for soldering.
Oh wow, yeah.
Nice. Yep.
So
Yeah, the only difference is a different tip.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is just different tip. That's all it is. So
Cool.
Now, I use this particular tool for a lot, most of actually, my what I call grunt work. So where I'm going really dark, I always start with the darker patches first, the really dark patches, and I do all my darkest with this tip, with this particular tool. I do have professional tools that I also use, and I use them for a lot of the like detailed work and things like that. And I will show you that in a little while. So,
Well,
as you
Doug, I
can,
guess I'm going to
Your
grace them
favourite
with my
shop.
presence at the Home Depot to get one of those.
There is Amazon links in the description below to all the tools Kez is using.
yeah,
Okay.
I do have. They are affiliate links in there, just so you know. But it doesn't cost you guys anything extra. It's just helps a girl out.
Yep. Favorite stuff.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
that's what we're gonna do.
By
Thank you.
golly.
Yeah, as you can see, it's just keep going over and over and over. It is a slow process, and you do have to have, quite a bit of patience. But this is to do detailed work. Now, if you just want to do, not necessarily stick men, but if you want to do like just the outside of the flowers or anything like that, or skulls, crossbones, whatever floats your boat, you can, and it's a lot quicker. But today I'm specifically showing how I get a lot of detail and depth.
Yeah,
Mark Stroughton. Yep. Oh,
go,
sorry.
You're all right. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Mark Stroughton just came in the chat. How you doing?
Hi,
Hello
Mark.
there.
And Malcolm Douglas has joined us as well.
Hi, Malcolm.
Hello there, Malcolm.
I got a question, Kez. Does that come
Sure.
with the tips, or do you have to buy those separate, or is it like a set for different
You
things?
can buy the soldering iron set, but then the pyrography tips are an add-on, so you can purchase them separately.
So I was watching Kez do the big thing at Maker Central, and she would do some and then sand over it and do it again to keep teaching
Yes.
on it. Did that break your heart or what?
Yeah, it did. Now, if you've got like here a piece, there you go. So we've got a line. We've gone wrong. You obviously can't use a rubber like you would with a pencil, but like what Jake was saying, people asked, how do you do that? Well, all I do is I choose a knife, and all you're going to do is scrape it back, and then as you scrape it back, you scrape the top layer of the burnt wood off. Probably should have done it a little bit further in on the wood, but yeah, it just
Yeah,
you
it's
just
going
keep
away.
going. Yeah, you
There
just
you
keep
go.
going with the grain, and it does. You're only taking little tiny fine dusty bits off. So yeah, that's how you do that. And if you keep going, you will get back to wood. So you can also do that with like these type of knives as well.
Ooh,
I just use that's my rubbing knife. If that makes sense. But yeah.
Yes.
So
yeah, CJ Hobbs has got a question. I don't know whether it's a question or a statement. Like most irons, I think he's asking if you can turn it into a torch. If that's what you're asking, then yes, you can.
Yes, you can. You can turn this one into a torch. You just unscrew the top here, take that bit out, screw that back on, and then you go.
Oh, wow.
There you go. And then I've actually done wood burning where you can scorch that way. Now, what I generally use is a painter's palette knife or something just to get the shapes of what I want. Obviously, that's a bit terrible today, but yeah, just using the, use the little palette knife to get where you want, because when you place the palette knife down, like this, and then you scorch, you only actually scorch this bit rather than that bit there, so you can actually make a really cool shapes.
You say you have Amazon links below?
I do.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Everything now, aren't they?
I'll be there. I'll be there in a minute.
Oh yeah, I'm getting that. That's for sure.
I'm not sure whether they'll work for you because they're Amazon UK links.
But you can still get them on there. That's okay.
Yeah. I'm working on.
That's fine.
I'm working on doing the international stuff, and you guys could probably do the same thing.
Yes.
On the Amazons.
Yes, I've had emails from Amazon to do things like that. I just haven't done anything with them much before.
Yeah,
So-
Jen Smith says Joey's buying 2 now.
Well, I'm kind of thinking a few more than that, Jen. I think you're gonna have one at the leather station, one outside. Those are neat.
They are pretty
No
cool.
idea.
They're pretty cool.
Now, does that canister, you just buy the canister for the
No,
fuel,
no.
or is it refilled?
Butane.
Hang on. You just fill up with lighter fluid.
Ah,
So over here, you can pick it up at the pound shop. I mean, yours would be like the Dollar Tree or somewhere like that.
So it's just butane.
Absolutely.
nice.
Easy enough.
Yeah, it is. It is. And you just fill it up on the end there. Just upside down and push.
Ah. That is cool.
It is pretty cool. And a question I get asked a lot is, how long does it last? And each canister, each time you fill it up, if you have it on really low, it lasts up to about 40 to 45 minutes.
Love Angel's joined us.
Oh, love.
Hello, Angel. Yeah.
Oh, Jamie Pie can do some damage with that thing. Oh, pyro.
Burn all kinds of stuff down.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not here to defend himself either.
That's fine. That
I've
is
actually-
great,
That's
Phil.
better for us.
I've actually a few months ago, my 22-year-old asked me if I'd got a kitchen blowtorch because he was trying to crisp the top of his lemon meringue pies, and I actually gave him that to do it with, and he was like, "Oh, that's great!" So he thought it was. So he has actually done kitchen work too.
Excellent cook, by the way.
Yes, he is. He is. Yes, you tasted his food, didn't you?
Nachos.
Yes.
Nachos. Joey, you'd loved it.
Ah, you're making my mouth water right now. I want a taco.
I mean, me and Jamie ate all of them.
I was just
Yeah,
going to
you
say, I think
The way I seen Jamie, he probably just left you a couple and he ate the rest, huh?
No, it
I
was.
think Jake got quite a few of them.
Yeah.
I was helping quite a bit. That was good.
I brought the bowl out and I was like, "Do you want some of these?" And then we just didn't get the bowl back again.
Nah.
That was great getting to see all those pictures because Jamie likes to send me pics of stuff he eats because, we go back and forth.
Yeah.
And man, some of that food over there, whew, I'd have
Yeah.
had to buy a third seat coming back if I went.
You
Jake bought a second.
Yeah, you still wouldn't have got home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, I don't know if you can see it on this camera, but I'm actually starting to put an extra layer in on here. Can you? I don't know if you can see
Just
it going
move it.
darker.
Just move your piece of wood the other way. That's it.
There, yeah.
There
Okay,
you
so what
go.
you do is you can just see. Can you see it starting to get dark? I don't know what the camera's picking up. That's what I mean when I say layering. So you're layering over the top of the burn, and I will layer again and again to get this nearly black. There we go. Can you see it going darker again?
Mm.
That is cool.
There.
Don't know if it'll pick up on the overhead camera. Hang on. No,
Look at that.
too far away.
Okay.
Well,
Face shot.
wrong one.
That's my
one.
concentration face. It's good job my tongue wasn't hanging out, wasn't it? Oh, dear me. Yeah, so there we go. So now I've shown you a little bit of that. What I'm going to do is put that over there because I have
Uh-oh.
something I did earlier.
Other way a bit.
Look
There.
at that.
Okay, so what I've started to do here is put the shading in, and as you can see,
Just come towards the camera a bit.
there,
Down.
there.
That's
There
better.
you
We can see more of it.
Okay, so what you can see here is I've started layering in the eyes. They do need more layering. And what I would do is layer in these circles here rather than the outside to make the eye sockets look deep. Okay, and I would do the same with the nose pieces. Then you can see here where I've started to layer the petals on the flower. Now what I've done is pulled the pen from this part over to this section here, and the reason why I do it that way is because every time you touch down on that part it gets darker, and that is what I want, but this petal over here needs to be lighter, so I would generally use this one.
Yeah, Wade the Woodturner says he's just had a quick look and found his. He forgot he had it. It was under the shavings.
Gamer Dad said he's been thinking of trying wood burning, and he said this is a great show. Thank you.
Thank you. Pleased that you can take something away with you today, and definitely get into wood burning and pyrography. It is absolutely brilliant. And if you do anything, let us know. We love to see everybody's sort of creations and stuff like that.
Mr. Huey is in the chat.
Oh,
Hey,
what's up,
Huey.
Huey?
And TBC Bushing says, what kind of wood is that? If I missed it earlier. It's a
Ooh,
piece of
okay.
beech.
No, I didn't say earlier. Yes, it is beech. And when you are wood burning, make sure that when you're use hardwoods, and when you are using hardwoods, make sure that they've got a close grain. So like the beech, it hasn't got a dippy grain. I've got a piece of oak here, and with the stripes in the oak, it actually, if I show you, it actually gives a very uneven burn, and the reason why it does that is because the pulp in between burns faster than the actual wood piece itself, so you end up with up and down motion of burns. So yes, a good smooth hardwood is definitely best.
And generally sanded up to about 320 grit.
Yes, a minimum of 320, because what that does, it creates a nice smooth surface for the pen to glide over the top of. So the smoother the better. I have known people to go right the way up to 1,000 grit. But personally, 320 is enough for me.
Yeah, that's pretty high grit to be going.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. But it's just a personal preference at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, 1,000 grit. Whew.
Yeah. It's just it's just too much sanding for me.
Yeah, I
Too
agree.
much sanding.
Huey says, come on, ladies and gents, 22 of you, you're lovely people, have a superb opportunity to give us the thumb a damn good slapping.
Oh dear me.
That's our
Thanks,
Huey.
you.
That's our Huey.
He has struck. He struck again. Oh God. That is so cool.
Thank you. So, yeah, there we go. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit further because I was at halfway before. Well, just under halfway. So I'm going to turn this right the way down because blow it a little bit, cool it down a bit. What I'm going to do is go around these eye sockets, which would be like the outsider bits, and I want those to be just that little bit lighter. As you can see, well, I hope you can see, they are lighter than the insides of the sockets.
Wow.
There you go. And then what we would do in a minute is get the other machine and we will put in the lines and a bit more of the detail in that bit there. So same with the nose as well. There we go. And that is how you make the depth and things look more realistic, is just adding the different layers. When you look at something, you don't just see black, you see different shades of black or white or whatever color that you're looking at. You see it in different shades, and that is how you get realism within drawing or burning, anything like that, anything artistic as such. You have to look for the different shades and put them in.
AJK Woodworks said that seemed to cool down fast.
Yeah, I blew it. I blew the tip.
I tried not to giggle when you said that too.
Oh man.
I was working hard over here, and he just put it in the chat.
Oh dear me. And don't be afraid to move your piece around. Quite often I'll have bigger pieces on a Lazy Susan and it'll just spin around. The side of here now. I actually want that a little bit up a little bit further now. What are you giggling at?
TBC bushings, I thought the same.
There's a few people agreeing out
And
there.
Huey's telling Jake to keep it classy.
Oh,
We usually got to tell Huey to stop. Don't do that, and then here comes
Yeah.
Mr. Jake.
Jake did it.
Who's on the other foot, man? Sorry. My bad.
Oh wow.
There you go.
I spent 2 days straight teaching people this at the Dremel stand up there at Maker Central.
I did. Oh my gosh, my voice had gone by the time Monday morning came round.
I had a quiet week after that.
Oh.
She's gonna reach over there and burn you with that, Phil. You better watch it.
I think I'm safe.
Yeah.
I've got an extra one. Let me throw it.
Dremel hot darts.
Yeah. Now that's a game.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Yeah, don't forget, if anybody's got any questions for Kez, just drop them in the chat.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now is show you This machine.
TBC says it is cordless.
It is cordless. Yes, it is cordless. Right. So now we have this one. I don't know. Can you see that one?
Mhm.
This is the Peter Child's machine, and this is great for detailing. Now it has the temperature gauge on the front, so you can go up and down if you wish. I have the tip in this is a teeny tiny spoon shader.
Ooh.
So you imagine a teaspoon or a dessert spoon, and that's what this tip is, just teeny tiny, and it is great for shading.
Benjamin says he's got to go mow the lawn. Have a good day, all.
Okay,
Alrighty
awesome.
then.
Thanks for coming in, Ben.
All right.
Okay, so what I did earlier is you can see that I've shaded this flower, but it doesn't look how I want it to look. It doesn't look realistic. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to get
move along the bench a little.
left or right.
You're left.
That way?
That's
Yep.
it. Keep going a bit.
Okay.
There.
There
Yeah?
you go. There you go.
Okay, so what I've got here is these petals, and what I want them to do is look more realistic. So I'm just going to take this, because this is the detailing one, and I'm going to put this because I want the shading to go under here, because these are the petals that are on top. So underneath the petal, or this petal, would be darker. So what I'm going to do is just do this. You should start to see the pop. So don't need that on this. So I'm just going to go around the underneath. And like I say, pyrography takes a long time and a lot of patience. Yeah, I mean, the last piece that I did before these took me, 53 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, so it can be a long time. It was a large piece though, the one that I took to make a central.
Mhm.
But when you're doing a bit at a time, it doesn't seem, I actually got to sit for 53 hours. God, I'd need coffee. But you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So, and what I'm doing here is on these lines is, even though I'm putting them in, I'm going within an arch with the shape that the petal would be going, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if the petal was going like that, you would shade like that. Hard to explain, if that makes sense.
Wayne B says pyrography is great working alongside other crafts
Yes, it
as
is.
accent pieces.
Absolutely.
And AGK says yes, but worth the effort.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the effort. Definitely. Okay, so I've got this machine on 5.5 at the moment. So what I'm going to do is just turn that up ever so slightly to 6.5. Now, can you still see that, Phil? Is that right? Yeah? Yeah, okay. So what I'm going to do is just along this line that I've done, is just very gently go in so it's really, really dark.
It heats up that fat, like you just turned it up and it's already that hot.
Seconds. Yeah, seconds. The professional machines take less than 5 seconds.
Ooh.
There we go. As you can see, it's starting to gain a little bit more depth.
I was thinking the same thing. Gamer Dad said I would imagine that a top coat of resin would make that art pop
Yes, absolutely. I have got some resin, and it is sort of something that I've thought about. It's not something that I've managed to get around to yet, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Maybe I should send a piece to you, Jake, and let you do it.
I'll do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Heck, any reason to buy a tool? You kidding me?
Mm.
You can buy another one now.
Mine'll be all stick figures.
I tried.
There's nothing wrong with stick figures.
I said, but the resin over the top is beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Game of Hangman and then resin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just trying to.
Wayne Bigfoot. No effort to me. I just get Andy Val to do it for me.
Mm.
That does take some patience, though,
It
and
does.
a steady
it
and a
does.
steady hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gamer Dad says awesome Kez and Jake collab.
Yes.
Not afraid of that, huh?
No, definitely not.
There we go.
Yeah, there is another collaboration between Kez and Jake coming up.
There is, yes. I've actually finalised the design, Jake.
Nice.
I'll send it to you.
Nice. I cannot wait.
No, me
Cool.
either. It will be cool.
And AGK Woodwork says Debbie got a Peter Childs one at Makers and she loves hers.
Yeah, it's. I got this at Makers as well. Yeah, and I've been really enjoying using it, and it is so that you find the tips are so tiny that you can do such tiny details.
Silence.
Hey.
I'm just sitting here watching this. I'm like,
Mesmerized.
yeah,
You zoning out, are you?
yeah,
That's nice. It's nice.
yeah.
Are you zoning out or nodding off?
I don't know. Just
Uh,
enjoying in awe.
yeah.
I'd have thought nodding off sinners have both been up since 3:30.
I know, bless you guys.
And I'll wait till Wayne's show to go to sleep.
Ooh.
I'm not a napper. It'll be all good.
Right, so what I'm gonna
AGK AGK Woodworks wants to know if you buy your tips or make your own.
these I've just used the ones that came in the pack. It came with a pack here, and it had some tips in it. There's a couple here actually. There we go. Can you see those? They're so tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it comes with a few tips, and it comes with the spoon shader tip. So at the moment, I've just been using those, but it does have the wire to make your own. So I will get round to that. It's one of those things. But yeah, I've just been using the ones in the pack so far.
And Wade says thanks for nothing, Jake.
I say, hey, Jamie has to carry the show later. He's napping now, so he has to carry us.
Yeah.
Question from Jen Smith. Jenny Jen, do you feel more drawn to pyrography or scrolling? You're wonderful at both.
Thank you, Jen.
Aw.
That's so nice. I like both. I like both. I started off with pyrography and then moved to scroll sawing. But then what I did is that I added the pyrography to the scroll saw work after I carved it. So I kind of like do all three. I really enjoy all three, but this is what I know most. So, and it's what started.
I just realized something.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
I'm over here squinting, trying to look at the chat on my phone, and it's on my dang computer. Nice and big. Idiot.
Oh my God, Joey!
Wait,
Now
say,
you know. Now you
That'll
know
do.
you've been up too long.
that'll do, Joey. That'll do.
I was fixing to grab the magnifying glass. I was like, I can't see this, and I look up. Like, you stupid! It's on the screen.
When Bigfoot wants to know if you prefer block paving, Kez.
No, I don't. I hate block paving. We did our yard last year, and yeah, I don't wish to do it again. Thank you. My knees were definitely sore after that.
Yeah, Huey says, Joey, facepalm time.
Okay, so I've shown you a lot of the shading, and there's now, and now you can actually see. Just put that on there. Now you can actually see that the flower petals are starting to pop.
Wow.
Yeah,
It is.
and
Pretty.
that is, pretty much all you do really. Now, I will show you some more tricks. So we're going to put that over there. And we're going to get this one out.
Wow.
Oh,
Right,
that was
so-
fast.
It was, just like that.
Yeah, Jake, I think we'd be doing stick figures.
Yeah.
So this one is actually going to be given away on the show today. So if you guys want to choose somebody, Jake and Joey, then go for it. But this one is going to be given away. But before we give it away, I'm just going to show you what we do to make these pop even more. Okay. Now, what we're going to do now is some highlights. Okay, so all I'm going to do is take a knife. It's actually just a flex cut. It's actually a carving knife, and it doesn't really matter which one. But all we're going to do is just use the tip. And if you think about where the light would come in against your flowers, you can see I've got lighter pieces on the edges all around here. So all we're going to do is take this knife and just scrape away the little bit at the top. Just there, just to reveal the bare wood underneath. And this does take a little bit of time to get it right. But once it's right, it looks mint, as Mr. Wayne Clasper says.
Mint.
Mint.
Markel says he's showing up late again.
That's all right, better late than never.
Right. Consistency is key, Mark.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
Yep. As you can see, it's just scraping away to add that
Chunky.
shine.
I want to try this stuff just to buy the tools. Then I have to try to do it.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking the same. I'm thinking the same thing.
I'll teach you.
Hey, good. You got a lot of teaching to do.
That's all right. Teaching is actually one of my favourite things to do. Do I dare say that?
I also like it.
Yeah?
I do.
What, being taught?
No,
Or
just
teaching?
even throughout my whole life, every job I've had or whatever, I've ended up being a mentor or teaching
That's
the new
pretty cool.
people or some kind of fashion like that.
That's pretty cool, though.
Jenny Jen said, "Sign me up."
Yeah,
Right?
cool.
We got a question. Mark Strawden says, "Can you use plywood to practice, or does the glue bond make it unsafe?"
Now I have seen a lot of people use plywood, but you can't burn too dark. Well, I wouldn't suggest burning too dark because, as you said, the glue underneath, it gives off toxins. The glue does. Same as MDF. I wouldn't suggest using MDF either. A cheap hardwood that I do favour for carving, burning, and scrolling is tulip poplar.
Poplar.
Yeah, it's reasonable priced. Even when the prices have gone up, it's still reasonably priced, but it's a good all rounder.
Mr. Mint wants to know, could Joey do this on leather?
Yes, absolutely. You can burn on leather as well. That would be absolutely mint there,
Yes,
Joey,
it would.
on your knife holsters and gun holsters and stuff like that. That would be really cool.
So I was already 20 steps ahead of y'all.
You were already on there, were you?
Mr. Mint's looking out. Mr. Mint's looking out for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Plus, it gives you an excuse to tell my wife. She's like, "Why do you need that? Well, I gotta use it on leather.
Well,
I use it on
Wayne,
leather. I gotta use it."
Wayne said I had to.
Wayne,
Yeah.
Kez, Wayne, Phil, Jake, they said I needed to buy
Yeah,
this.
you have to.
Nope,
Yeah,
don't blame me.
You can also use it on bone.
Yes, and you can do pyrography on paper. What time are
That's
we
an
on, guys?
avenue I can use too.
Yeah,
13 minutes to the hour.
2 minutes.
13 minutes
Oh,
to the hour.
13 minutes. I thought you said
Yeah.
2 then.
No, 13 minutes to the hour.
Whew, you panicked me then when you said. I thought you said 2.
Andrew with AGK says he's gonna send Debbie your way.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Always happy to share knowledge. But, as you can see, look, the flower is starting to pop.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can you see the depth in
Oh,
that
yeah.
now?
Yes.
Right, now I'm going to add a little bit more depth. This is just a white pencil. Now, I use Prismacolor ones, but you can steal the kids' white Crayola that they never ever use, and that is just as good. I always find that the kids never use the white Crayola, do they? So it's like, yeah. So, and all we're going to do is where we've scraped with the knife, I'm just going to put a channel of white in there. If you watch, it pops. You don't need to press down too hard, it just a little bit. The reason why you scrape it away first is so that you can create the channel in there. Now, if I was to grab one of these pieces, if I was to put white straight on top of that burn, it doesn't look. It doesn't. It comes out bitty and not very good. I mean, I know you can't 100% see it properly on the camera, but it does come out bitty. It comes out better when it's actually on the bare wood.
It's more pronounced. Yeah.
Yes, that's the word.
Hampton Wood Turning says, sorry, I just joined in. Question. What pyrography systems are you using?
I use 2, and I've always used 2. I use the Dremel Versatip, and I use a professional machine. Now, I've just switched to the Peter Childs professional machine, but I do also own an Optima 1. I use the Dremel for a lot of the dark work and a lot of the shading, and then I use the professional one to then put in all the details and blend. You can see here the cards, it goes from darker to lighter. So the darker bit is done with the Dremel, and then I have blended and gone over and over to spread it out with the professional machine, with the Peter Child's one.
Yeah. Mark L says he never understood having white crayons when all the paper we were given was white.
Right.
Yeah, no, me either. But now I found a use for them.
That is amazing.
Makes all the difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. So, I mean, you don't have to just do that. I mean, I will go over the top here where I haven't burnt, and here to add any sort of highlights that would be on.
It
a
actually
skull.
brings that like forward. It
It
brings it
does, yeah.
forward. It gives that 3D dimensional look. That's
Yeah.
neat.
Also, when you're applying a finish, if you haven't got the white pencil, obviously your wood's going to turn a darker colour.
Yeah.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Hampton Wood Turning says he has a razor tip.
Yes, I have a razor tip pen. I don't have a razor tip machine. I have a razor tip pen that I used to use on my Optima 1, but unfortunately it fell apart.
Oh.
So that was the end of that.
It was a spoon shader. So you can do
That's
the
nice.
tips. Yeah, and then what I'll do is just with this part here is just go round and round on there, and you can see now that forehead is now starting to come forward as well.
Nice.
Yeah, and that, ladies and gentlefolk, is how you make realism with wood burning.
Nice. That's why I tried to take all your practice pieces when I was there.
Yeah, you did take a few, but that's all right. I'm going to send you one to do in resin now.
Okay.
I think you missed a few anyway, mate.
Yeah, Sneaks was there blocking me from some of them too.
That really does bring that out.
It does,
That is
doesn't it?
sweet. Oh yeah.
And it does make it look 3D. Just simple tips and tricks, and it just makes such a difference to, than this one being flat still.
Yeah.
I mean, it's building and it's getting there, but just the simple things that make the difference. Just spending that extra half an hour or so, just scraping things back, and then highlighting things. It's just makes all the difference. So we are at nearly 5 to 7.
Gamer Dad has a point here, and probably Jake will be able to answer it. Do you think if you use a white pencil technique, I don't think you could do a resin top coat, as the wax pigments will repel the resin?
We just, I would seal it with something, either some poly or Mod Podge, or I would seal it with something first before I would put the top coat on it, probably.
Yeah, I think poly's probably
Polyurethane
the
is
way to
pretty
go.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey,
So, you
question.
guys, sorry, question, go on.
No. I said that was a good question. That
Oh, okay. Sorry. Right, have you guys chosen anybody that you think from the chat would like this? We're going to give this away.
yeah, Jake, you want me to go or you want to do
Go
it?
ahead,
Or?
go ahead, Joey. You got this, man. I think I have all the trust in the world that you'll make a good choice.
I think the gentleman there that just asked that question, Gamer Dad, I
Yep.
think
Yep.
he should get
There you
that.
go.
Yeah,
So,
awesome. So, Gamer Dad, if you want to get in contact with us, whichever social media platform is your favorite, we are Spirit and Bear on them all. And send us your address, and this will be in the post on its way to you. Yeah.
Congratulations, Gamer Dad.
Congratulations. Yay. Great work, guys. So we bring in the top one up. Top camera.
That one.
There we go. Okay, so there we have it. How to get realism burning wood.
Super cool.
So
Yes.
I'm not repeating that, Gamer Dad. Keep
it's,
it classy.
No kidding. It's off of the chat already. I got it. Good job. Good excitement.
awesome. Okay. Next up is Andy Berkey. Has the link gone through?
Give us a second, hopefully.
I'm not sure that he'd actually put his craft festival video in the run-in, so you just head on to his YouTube channel and find his video from there. So he's up next. I just wanted to say, we want to bring the earwormies in.
Yes, hang on. We're here.
Okay, awesome. Nice that you could join me.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great. How you doing? It's been so long since I saw you. Yeah, so I just want to say thank you to you guys for joining us. Thank you to Jake and Carl for putting the Craft Festival on and inviting me back yet again. If you enjoyed this stuff, then shoot us a comment in the normal comments video, and we'll go from there. So, okay.
All I say is they better, because that was awesome work.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you, Joey. Thank you,
Awesome
Jake.
explanations of that stuff. Cause
Yes,
it's like
Yeah.
magic to me.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to explain what you're doing.
You did a good job. That
Thank
was
you.
fantastic. And
Oh,
thank you, Kez
If you-
and Phil,
if you'd
for
like-
the opportunity
Yeah.
to earworm for y'all. It's fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming along. Much appreciated. So what we'll do is let everybody go now. Gamer Dad, get in contact, and we'll send this out to you. So
Yeah,
have a
don't
great.
forget to hit the little thumbs up on the way out, guys.
Yep.
Yeah,
leave
that
a
one
comment.
too.
Leave a comment.
Excellent. Right.
There you go.
See you later, guys. Thank you very
Alrighty.
much.
Take care. See ya.